Problem 1 here, we have a hyperbola that is centered at 0, 0, has vertices at plus or minus 2, 0, and our foci are at plus or minus 3, 0. We want to find an equation of the hyperbola and make a sketch. Really, I'm going to make that sketch as we go. Hyperbola is centered at 0, 0. Our vertices are 2, 0, negative 2, 0. Our foci are at 3, 0, and negative 3, 0. First of all, I know my hyperbola is going to go this direction somehow, but I'm going to hold off on drawing it in until we know a little bit more. Well, I don't really know where our asymptotes are. The asymptotes are very important as far as our sketch goes. So let's see what we can figure out. Well, first of all, since my hyperbola is going to go this direction, I know it's horizontal, and my general form is going to be x squared over something minus y squared over something equals 1. We'll start there and we'll fill in our information that we can. Our number underneath here tells us where our vertices are. And we know our vertices are at 2 and negative 2. Square that, we get x squared over 4 minus y squared over something equals 1. Well, again, similar to our ellipses, and as you can see in this diagram, we can do that little right triangle process where we form a right triangle with the origin, where a vertex is, and also wherever B is. And I don't know, I'm just going to plot it up here for now. We form a right triangle. Okay, I know this distance is 2. I don't know this distance, but I know my hypotenuse here is the same as my distance from the origin all the way out to my focus, which is 3. Use your Pythagorean theorem. 2 squared plus b squared equals 3 squared. 4 plus b squared equals 9. We get b squared equals 5. Use the square root of 5. Which my diagram is actually pretty close. Square root of 5 is a little bit over 2. Okay, 2.2 something. Right. So we really actually want to have that b value in our diagram because in order to know where our asymptotes are, we need to know what our central rectangle looks like. Our central rectangle, again, is formed by our transverse axis, which connects our vertices. And our b values here. My central rectangle is going to look something like this, where our vertical lines through our vertices and vertical lines through whatever our b value, or horizontal lines through our b value. All right, these diagonals form the asymptotes. And once we have those diagonals drawn in, we can finish our sketch of our hyperbola. This is my vertex, I know that since I have an asymptote here, my hyperbola is going to get closer and closer to those asymptotes, but not going to touch. It'll do something like this. Again, be careful that your foci are inside your hyperbola. Just like your foci are inside parabolas, they're inside your ellipses. Now that we have our sketch, we can also finish off our equation. Y squared over b squared. B was the square root of 5. So y squared over 5 equals 1.